welcome to another Film in 5, where we review movies old and new to give you our thoughts on the films we've been watching here at More Movies. My name is David Roberts, and in this episode I'm going to be talking about X, the 2022 American slasher film directed by Ty West. And just a warning that I will be talking about some of the plot points, so if you still haven't seen this movie, consider this a spoiler alert. X is set in 1979 and starts with aspiring pornographic actress Maxine Minks embarking on a road trip through Texas with her producer boyfriend Wayne. Along with fellow actors Bobby Lynn and Jackson Hole, they are joined by director RJ and his girlfriend Lorraine. They are off to shoot an adult film for the booming theatrical pornography market rising in America at the time. However, RJ wants this porno to be a more serious, cinematic piece, which isn't really on the mind of any of its stars, whilst his girlfriend Lorraine doesn't know of the dirty content of the film and is unimpressed with RJ and the group, as their idea of fun goes against her religious beliefs. The group arrives at the farm of Howard and Pearl, an elderly couple in whose guest house the group intends to shoot their film, titled The Farmer's Daughters. Howard is very antagonistic when they arrive, not remembering he booked the guest house out, and not expecting a large group of people to arrive. His wife Pearl is introduced in silhouette through the top window, a nod to Norman's mother in Psycho. As shooting commences on the X-rated movie, with Howard oblivious to the real reason the gang are there, we begin to witness the odd behaviour of a very old and frail Pearl as she begins to stalk Maxine. She invites her inside the couple's home for a lemonade and a chat. Pearl laments her age, expresses jealousy for Maxine's youth, and makes sexual advances towards her. After Maxine gets away, thanks to the returning Howard disrupting what was happening, Pearl wanders out of the house to see what their visitors are up to. She watches Maxine having sex with Jackson in a scene filmed in the barn and becomes incredibly aroused. She pleads with her husband Howard to have sex with her, but he refuses, claiming his heart is too weak. Night falls and the film crew relax in the farmhouse. Lorraine, keen to shed her reputation as a prude and intrigued by the film, asks to participate in the shoot, to the delight of Jackson and Bobby. This is incredibly upsetting, however, for RJ, which does not impress Wayne, but he eventually agrees to shoot a scene between Lorraine and Jackson. Later, however, he becomes furious over Lorraine's unfaithfulness and leaves whilst the others are asleep. He gets in the van outside and attempts to leave, only to be greeted by Pearl, standing in the headlights in front of the truck. He at first thinks she's a bit confused and needs help getting back to the house. When he goes to help, however, Pearl attempts to seduce him. When he rebuffs her, she stabs him to death, brutally. After this violent attack, Lorraine and Wayne notice RJ is missing and go on a search to see if they can find him. From here, you can imagine what is in store for the rest of the cast and crew. The film is a loving tribute to 70s exploitation cinema in its texture and its tone. It also pays tribute to famed slashers and horrors of the past. The combi van with a group of friends in a rural setting is clearly based on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The presence of an alligator in the lake points to Hooper's Eaten Alive. RJ even mentioned it being fine to introduce a new character halfway through the film, a la Psycho. But its roots are really in exploitation, with its association to the X rating and its pornographic plot devices. The sexual imagery invoked with Pearl is the true horror, and the real conflicting part of the movie. Ty West tricks the viewer by pulling them in with the erotic pieces being shot earlier in the film, bringing our voyeuristic male gaze out front and centre, before subverting it and making us feel very, very uncomfortable. Combine these uncomfortable truths with the emotional reason Pearl feels the way she does, her reason for committing these acts, and you have a really awkward truth to deal with. In this sense, despite all of the blood thrown around the screen, the film is truly very human. X is a fascinating slasher film with far more depth than its modern contemporaries. It explores deep trauma and frustrated desire whilst being packed with dark humour. A delight to watch, equally entertaining and frightening. Another great film, highly recommended, from A24.
What do you think is on it?
I see one goddamn fucked up horror picture.
That's it for this review. What did you think of X? Let us know in the comments down below. Till next time, take care of yourself and keep watching more movies. That's it for this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below, and remember to like, share and subscribe right here on YouTube. For more film reviews and articles, check out our website moremovies.co.uk, and join us on social media at More Movies For You. That's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all across the board. You know the score. If you enjoy what we do, please consider supporting us at buymeacoffee.com or join us on one of our packages on Patreon. The links are in the description down below. And for more filmtastic content, click one of the buttons on screen now.